Now, Lil Pump was the biggest rapper at one point in the music industry. He literally created a new wave in the industry, which people now call SoundCloud rap nowadays, but in the year of 2021, Lil Pump has still yet to even release a new song, and people are wondering where Lil Pump even went. And will he even be returning to music anytime soon? And well, I actually have the answer for you, and I'm going to be sharing it with you today. I'll be sharing why Lil Pump disappeared from the music world, and I'll be sharing some exclusive information that I found out about Lil Pump that you're going to want to hear. Make sure you guys watch this video all the way until the end, as this is a very exciting video. Now, there's no doubt that at one point, Lil Pump was the biggest thing on the internet. I mean, every single person in the world was listening to him, and his music was going viral worldwide. He was the talk of social media, but then, just randomly out of nowhere, he fell off the face of the earth. Lil Pump's music career has definitely not been the same since the release of his song I Love It featuring Kanye West. And this was due to the fact that everyone was simply just getting sick of his music style. Lil Pump uses the same tactic for every single song that he releases, and it's basically he just says the title of his song 50 to 70 times in the lyrics, and then depends on a hard-hitting beat in the song. But don't get me wrong, it definitely works. I used to be a huge Lil Pump fan myself, and a lot of people are actually missing all of his music. An example of this is in his biggest song, Gucci G. He actually said that song title 53 times in the song. Yes, you heard me right, he said the words Gucci G 53 times. Obviously it gets very repetitive, which is why a lot of people got sick of it, the fact that he does it in every single song. But don't take my word for it, let's take a look at his actual view numbers from his music, so then you understand what I'm truly talking about. You can literally see his music career fall off a cliff with me. So make sure you continue watching to see this. Now, after the release of Lil Pump, Gucci G, this was the hottest song on the internet. It's still to this date got over 1 billion views on the music video, which very few music artists will ever reach in their whole music careers. Which leads us into his two next songs, which is ESKETIT and I Love It. Both songs reaching over 500 million views. Very impressive things. The music videos were great for both of these songs, and I love how he even got together with Kanye West for a hit song. It was absolutely insane. But now this is where the point it starts to get a little bit worrying for Lil Pump. This is when he releases his song Butterfly Doors, which did get 119 million views in a couple of years, which is pretty amazing numbers considering that these songs came out 2 years ago. But you also have to look at this was around the same time he dropped ESKETIT and I Love It, and going from 500 million views each music video down to 119 million in just 2-month span of those two songs coming out. It's considered a flop, believe it or not. But not too long after that, this is where it gets very concerning. This is when he releases his song Racks on Racks. This was another song where he tried to basically replicate what he did with Gucci G. He said the song lyrics another 55 or 53 times in the lyrics. And this music video only got 45 million views in 2 years. Which 45 million views in 2 years for Lil Pump, this is considered, danger zone. This is a major flop for him, believe it or not. And around that time, this is when Lil Pump also released the album, where this is where he basically called it quits in the music industry. Around this time, Lil Pump decided he was going to finally release his album, Harvard Dropout. This had millions of people excited, me even included. I thought this was going to be the biggest album of the year. Lil Pump Harvard Dropout was around and he was hyping up the album for several months before releasing it. On its release week, it only ended up selling 45,000 units. But that does sound like a lot of units, I won't even lie, which it is. But considering Lil Pump 2 years ago, when he was still on the hype of Gucci G, ESKETIT, and I Love It, this album was expected to get 200,000 by a lot of people in the music industry. DJ Academics, Dom is Live, all kinds of these big hip-hop names were expecting this album to completely sell out 200 to 250k units. When it got word that only 45k units were sold, this is when Lil Pump started to disappear from the music world. He stopped going on Instagram so often, he even stopped releasing music. I think he's only released 2 songs in the last 2 years after this Lil Pump Harvard Dropout came out. And those 2 were, I think, features on his best friend's songs. Now, as I said, this is the time where Lil Pump first started to just disappear from social media, as also allegedly his record label and manager took him to rehab for some personal issues that he was going through, which you can respect that. If you were a fan of Lil Pump 2 years ago, you would definitely have noticed what he was going through on his social media pages. But ever since those 2 years, Lil Pump has simply not done anything. He continues to disappear from social media, and ever since his album did not sell as much as it was supposed to, he got memed for it. A lot of people are making fun of him and his music career, and sadly that's just where Lil Pump disappeared. And I think if he just stayed on track, even just released a song once every 1 to 3 months, and just, went on the regular tactic of every rapper when they release a song, I think his music career would still be, pretty top notch today. And let's just be honest, the music industry, if it wasn't for a select few rappers coming into the industry, and I know you don't like to admit it, a lot of people, but if Tekashi 6ix9ine never actually came into the music industry, with Lil Pump, his music career just fading away and us losing a lot of great talents, the music industry has been boring. And I think if Lil Pump made a return this year, as of, in a couple of weeks, I think this music thing would work out really well for Pump. There's a lot of missing things currently going on. A lot of, rappers that have the same style as Lil Pump are just disappearing. So there is an open market for him and his music to return and possibly even go viral once again. He's just gonna have to put in the work like he used to and just make a lot of good new music. But let me know what you guys want Lil Pump to do. Do you guys miss listening to Lil Pump and his music? Or would you rather him just stay disappeared off of social media? Make sure you guys let me know your answer down below in the comments. And also, if you guys would, please subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are trying to grow here on YouTube, and that would be awesome if you could help. Anyways guys, it has been District Trending, and I'm out. Peace.